Okay guys, so that was a quick sci-fi sequence I put together that was super easy to make using the newly released Filmora 13 with game-changing AI features to enable existing and new creators to bring our ideas to life. Now here's the interesting thing. For over a decade I have used almost every program out there, whether that is Adobe, DaVinci, Final Cut Pro, and so forth. So when Wondershare asked me to test and potentially showcase Filmora 13 and the new AI features, I was actually intrigued. Now, a few sessions later with the program, I can actually say that many of the AI features are very useful and very well implemented that actually make editing a whole lot easier. So with this concept in mind, today guys, we're gonna take a look at how easy and fun is creating a video using Filmora 13 and using the new AI features like AI CoPilot, AI Thumbnail, AI Vocal Remover, AI Masking, and AI Text to Video. And guys, I will have the link to Filmora 13 down below if you want to check it out together with me while I take you through all the features. Okay guys, so here we have launched Wondershare Filmora and gives us a few options, whether that is a new project or one of those which is AI to text video, and quite a few more options, or open an existing project. So let's just quickly open the existing project, which is essentially what you guys saw in the preview of this episode. And if I scroll through here, you guys can see the project. Now, let's say that you wanted to start doing this from scratch, which is super easy. Then let's say I go to File, New Project, and select widescreen. And this is what we are prompted with. Now, this area here with a folder icon, it asks you to import media, because then you're going to use that media to edit. So it's very simple, guys. Now, what I have here is I'm going to open my folder and I have all of my shots with sound design and a music track and some VFX. And I'm just going to quickly drag all of them in the program. Now, it asks me if I want a proxy, but I'm okay with that. And now all I have to do is basically click one file and drop it in my editor. And if I scroll through here, guys, you can see that it's actually playing back in great quality. This is 4K 60 after all, and we're playing in full res. And this is what our raw file looks like, right? So all you do is you select your clips and you drag them in this. And as you can see, it creates a sequence of your shots. Now, let's say that I want to start with this one, but when it cuts to the knife and the knife is going in, I actually want to trim it down. So go frame by frame. So let's say I want it there when the knife starts going in. So I'm going to select here and select my quick split tool. And all I'm going to do is go to that section and split my clip. Then go back to my select tool and I'm going to move it out of the way. Now I'm going to select my other clip, bring that one in. And now you can see that I'll have the knife going in. So all I have to do now is trim this one right about, let's say, when it goes in. And I'm actually going to keep the reload section of this clip as well. And right about there, when it's reloading, I'm actually going to split it there as well. And then delete this. So then I'm going to drag my white clip in. I'm going to scroll through here and find the exact same spot, right? Which is right about there, I would say. And just quickly, instead of going to the split trim tool, all you have to do is just click on the scissors, delete the one before or the one following, depending on what you do. And that is it. Now, if you guys play this, you can see we go from here to the close-up, to the reload, and we're good to go. That's how easy it is to import clips and put them in the sequence and do your trims and start working with this. So another cool thing that you can do is actually go and select any clip and do some adjustments, right? But what you can also do is create an adjustment layer like this one. And I'm just going to drop it on top and expand it out for the time that we have our sequence. And then I can go here and apply anything that I want. So let's say I want to go to color and we want to go to curves. And all I want to do is just put a nice contrast on my clip just to make it a bit more dramatic, you know? This way, my adjustment layer simply applies to everything below. But let's say you don't want to do that because you're uncertain about it, or in general, you just have questions about the program, right? Then what you do is you use the first AI function that we're going to talk about, which is AI CoPilot. And if you go to this section right here, right under your preview, you see this greenish button. If you click on this, the Filmora CoPilot launches, and basically you can ask it about anything, whether that is how to use Filmora itself if you're looking for something specific, or you can just ask it to do stuff for you. So for example, let's say I want to ask it, make my video brighter, let's say. Ask AI. It's going to think about it for a few bits, and then it's going to tell us what we can do. And also in this case, it actually prompts us to just use auto enhance. So we can click on that, and then you can actually see that it has done something using the auto enhance feature down here. So if I turn it off and on, it's looking okay. Let's see, can I actually adjust it even further? Yes, which is cool. So you can always use AI CoPilot for things like this, but also let's say that I'm not sure, let's say, how do I create an adjustment layer? Ask it right away. It's going to think about it, and it's actually going to tell us how to find and create a new adjustment layer if we were unsure about it, which is great because that means you don't have to go off the program, go on Google, try to find something, then go back to the program, try it out. You actually have an AI CoPilot built into the program, which is sick. Like I said, guys, you can ask it to either do things for you when it comes to videos, or you can ask it for features and so forth, and it's going to give you the answers really, really fast. Now, this is the gist of the program when it comes to those aspects, guys. So for now, I'm actually going to go back and show you some even more cool stuff with the project file we already have in hand. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the second really cool AI feature that I found really useful, especially if I was a beginning or intermediate kind of like content creator, and that is the AI thumbnail function within Filmora 13. So what you do, let's say I'm happy with my project and I'm good to export it. Check this out, guys. I will go to hit export over here. And I have all these settings in regards to how I want my file to be exported as, but right over on the left side, we have thumbnail. If I select this one, the program itself is actually going to scan my video across. And it's going to select for me what it thinks the best frames from the video are for my thumbnail. So it's going to take a bit of time, and then it generated these two thumbnails. So let's say I'm going to go for this one with the knife and, looking cool and stuff. So I'm going to select edit, and now we have the default, and here we can add, like titles or another image or stuff like that. But the really cool thing that I was struck by is that it has built-in thumbnail styles depending on the topic. So for example, here we have a few options for vlog and traveling. We have options for food, music, family, how to. This does fit this one. So let's say I would want to use this design. It actually cropped me out within seconds, really. And then it allows me to play around with the features. So let's say I want the scale a bit bigger. And then of course I can play around, reposition things to where they need to be and so forth, and really kind of like very quickly have a great thumbnail. Then I can export that and use it for when my video goes live. Now, while this is really cool, I feel like it's missing a nice epic soundtrack in the background in order to really take it home. Not that this one is not really good, but we can make it even better. So if I go back to my folder here, I actually have the music file, so I can drop into my media and then drop it right in. So if we go back and play this now. It's just really cool. But as you guys noticed, it has some vocals. But let's say that you found music and you love, but you don't want the vocal part of it. Here is the third sick AI function within Filmora 13, which is called Vocal Remover. So all you have to do is select your music layer, right-click, and hit AI Vocal Remover. And here we go, guys. This is the split track. And as you can see, we have the original music, we have just the voice of the music, and then we have just the background. So I'm actually going to test this. So let's mute the music part, go back, and let's see how it did. So. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, actually that is pretty sick. I actually love it with just the vocals as well. It just creates like a trailer moment. Let's mute the voice now and actually let the instrumentals play. Really, really cool and a sick feature to have available. Lastly, we have two more AI tools to discuss that are really useful, and one of them is actually an AI rotoscoping tool, which basically means it can cut out subjects without the need for green screen. How you do this is you select your clip and you go over to your right side, you select AI tools. You have a few options here, including AI portrait. So if we turn this on, it actually tries to identify just the individual within the frame and isolate them. But you also have smart cutout. Both of those features are really useful for when you want to actually separate your subject from the background. And even Filmora 13 offers AI image generating tool, so you can actually tell it, hey, you know what? I want you to make me a kind of like neon studio, and it will create that image for you, and then you can drop it in from your media and have it as a background, which is really cool. And finally, the last one, AI tool that is really cool, it's called AI text to video. So we can select AI text to video. We can see type your own text here or press generate with the I, and then we can select some form of topic, select other text, topic, and let's say sci-fi world and lonely character. You can type more details about the topic, press generate text. It's going to take a few moments for the AI to generate the text, and then let's say in a dystopian world, a lonely character navigates their way through a desolate landscape. Basically, guys, as you can see, it gives us world build up, and it's actually doing a pretty good job. It has like details like old recordings about the building. So if you're not a writer and you're having trouble putting your thoughts in paper word-wise, you can use this amazing AI feature, and this is a really good way to, you can cut portions that are like on point, or you can try to generate even more stuff and then build your script that way and make sure that people can like understand the scope of the vision. And lastly, what you can do is after AI has generated this text, you can actually select text to video. Okay. And that is it. It's actually going to launch Filmora 13 for you. And this is pretty sick, actually. As you guys can see, it has created the whole edited timeline. And if we press play here, you can see the text kind of like being overlaid various clips to give you an idea. Now, this is the feature, guys. I'm really excited about the script function. Sometimes you may have an idea in your mind, but putting it out on paper can be challenging, and this is a way that you can assist yourself and get a few paragraphs in, make things start to roll, and take it from there and make sure that others can understand that concept and idea. And of course, again, also use the text to video. You can get a few clips or many clips depending on the topic, and then you can use a lot of stock footage shots together with your video recordings, which is pretty cool. Okay, guys, so that has been the showcase of Filmora 13 and the brand new AI features. Now, from a personal opinion, for over a decade in the industry, I can tell you this. I find Filmora 13 a great resource for beginners and novice creators that don't have the time to spend in researching and training in all of the editing aspects, but instead they want to focus on their ideas and get things done in the editing while using assist features that Filmora 13 and AI provides. This way you can focus on bringing your ideas to the screen for others to experience for any platform in a great and easy to use UI design, and again utilizing those AI features to do the work for you. So in my book, it does a lot of things right, and I highly encourage you guys to give it a go and try it for yourselves with the link down in the description. And if you do, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, guys. With that said, I'll catch you on the next one, and until then, stay awesome and creative.